Greetings, this is Dr. David D. Shine. Welcome to Saving America. We do some special segments from time to time that we call F grades. Well, these are failing grades for political figures, former political figures, celebrities, or people who think they're celebrities, who need to be dressed down a little bit or sometimes a lot. Our featured F grade is the alleged American General Mark Milley, who's supposed to be the head security guy to advise the president. Of course, that's a somewhat questionable objective, but he did hold over from the previous administration. And there's been some very, very disturbing discoveries that have been brought out in the media over the last week or two. And apparently, Mark Milley has admitted that prior to the 2020 election, and then shortly afterwards, he reportedly made calls to his counterpart in China saying, oh, don't worry about Donald Trump. If he pushes the button, I won't really let that happen. Now, first of all, Donald Trump was not going to push the button, as we say. Obviously, that's initiating a nuclear war. He was a very talented negotiator. You may not like him as a person. A lot of people didn't like him around the world because he made people pay their bills and he made our enemies back down. Gee, that sounds like the right approach, not the wrong approach. But anyway, a fellow like Mark Milley didn't like the way Trump handled things, but it wasn't his decision to make. And think about it from a historical perspective. I'm a great admirer of Douglas MacArthur, and he did a terrific job in Korea until he went contrary to the president. And President Truman, again, I don't agree with the decision, but he was indeed the commander-in-chief, and he pulled Douglas MacArthur out of Korea. Again, I don't agree with the decision from a military standpoint, but from an administrative standpoint, the president is the commander-in-chief, for better or for worse. And indeed, just as Donald Trump had a right to control what the military did, the example as a Democrat, Harry Truman, did the same thing. And I call on General Milley to resign. I call on the United States military to court-martial him for treasonous activity. Now, my understanding of treason is that treason can happen whether you're in wartime or not. Generally speaking, capital punishment only is involved in treason during parts of time when there is actual declared war. So we're not calling on capital punishment, but we are calling on substantial discipline for this whack job loser who obviously doesn't understand the role of the military or the role of the United States president. Milley, by the way, is also the same clown who releases a diversity discussion on the anniversary of 9/11 as he's already fouled up the evacuation of Kabul. This is not a good person, not a good model for the United States or the United States military. Again, this is Dr. David D. Shine, F grade for alleged General Mark Milley.